Hey guys, so this is going to be an overview and demonstration of the Benson Germanium Preamp pedal. So this is a new pedal that just came out. That's kind of a variation of an older pedal by Benson. So Benson is most well known maybe for their tube amplifiers, and I highly respect them for their tube amplifiers. They're all hand wired in Portland, Oregon, I believe. And by hand wired, I mean they truly are hand wired. They don't use turret boards or anything. And yeah, the founder, Chris Benson, seems like he's a very passionate guy, and they've also made a lot of pedals as well, all of which have received some pretty good reviews. And this is like basically a different configuration or different variation of their preamp. So their preamp pedal is based off of the preamp section of their Chimera amp, I believe, which is their 30-watt tube amp. And I haven't tried the Chimera before. I actually haven't tried any Benson amps before. They're kind of hard to find because they're made to order. So, and they're generally pretty expensive. So I haven't been able to get my hands on any Benson amps. So I don't know what Benson amps sound like really, just through the YouTube demos and stuff. But their preamp pedal is apparently based on the preamp section of their Chimera amp. And this is the germanium version, which replaces, I guess, some of those parts with germanium parts. And usually germanium will lead to slightly like, I would say like a higher gain. Some people might say like a smoother, higher gain. But yeah, from my experience, the only other germanium pedal I've used before was the Keeley Oxblood germanium, which is also kind of a variation on an existing pedal that Keeley had. So yeah, in my experience, they do add a little bit higher gain, but also kind of like a smooth roll off in the highs as well. So yeah, a lot of people like germanium pedals, and decided to give this one a try. It's not cheap. It's $250, brand new. And definitely, this is one of the most expensive pedals that I got. Yeah, my tube starter Lightkeeper in this one is about the same price, and that one has tubes in it. This one doesn't. But this one is still almost like a full recreation of a preamp, just like my tube starter. So I guess why they charge a lot of money for these preamp pedals is because they basically contain a full preamp inside of the pedal, like a full circuit, except I guess instead of tubes, it's going to use FETs maybe. I'm guessing FETs. So yeah, this has 4 controls here, 4 dials. You got volume, volume, treble, bass, and drive. And yeah, so you got a 2-band EQ here, this being like a preamp pedal. It's pretty necessary. And then you got the volume, and then you got gain or drive here. So yeah, 4 knobs here, pretty simple. I guess you guys should be able to know what each of these knobs do. Pretty self-explanatory. Yeah, this is pretty much it. Looks pretty well built. They're all made in Portland, Oregon by hand because they're boutique. Yeah, 1 input and output here, which is on top, and then you have a DC adapter or a AC adapter jack here, 9 volts. So I wonder if they bump up the voltage internally. Actually, this doesn't seem to be centered quite right. Oh well, yeah, it's like not exactly aligned. But anyways, I wonder if they bump up the internal voltage, because if this is a real preamp pedal, they basically have to bump up the voltage inside to really simulate like a real preamp in an amplifier. But then again, this isn't running actual tubes like my tube starter is. Some of the Effectrode pedals or Kingsley pedals or my tube starter pedals, they actually have tubes inside of them, and it's a full recreation of a preamp. So in those pedals, they do have to bump up the plate voltage, but this one I'm not sure because it is all solid state. So this is like a solid state recreation of their Chimera preamp. It does come with a little quick start manual here. Okay, Benson Germanium Preamp. Congratulations. This pedal is based on our famous amp in a box preamp pedal with one important tweak, the replacement of the first FET with a germanium gain stage. That's actually taken from the Germanium Boost pedal, which is already a pretty famous pedal that they have. A lot of people like Benson's Germanium Boost pedal. They say adds... it's like a tone enhancer, basically. So, yeah, a lot of people just have it on all the time. So, results in alternate take universe on our flagship pedal, and has the same EQ. I guess their Chimera pedal has a 2-band EQ. The results are slightly lower gain. Okay, so this one is actually slightly lower gain. Slightly lower gain, but richer sounding and feeling overdrive. And it can do overdrive, boost, and fuzz. I guess because this is a preamp pedal, and preamp pedals really do have like a a big wide range, I guess, of gain sounds usually. Okay, so germanium stops passing magic at 120 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, so that's fine. I don't think it's gonna be that hot. Power requirements is a 9 volt, 2-year warranty. Okay. Yeah, it looks, they even excluding damage from cooking accidents. Interesting. So yeah, we have different sample settings here for overdrive, clean boost, T-Rex, biker, Tony, fuzz, and Texas. I guess we can try these all out when I hook it up. So yeah, that's the Benson Germanium Preamp. I'm going to test it out with my tube amp, and yeah, we'll see what this thing can do. Yeah, show me what it can do, baby. Stay tuned, guys. Alright guys, so now I have the Benson Germanium Preamp hooked up to my Swart Atomic Junior here. This is a small tube amp, so it doesn't really have an effects loop. So I'm just driving this in through the front of the amp. Yeah, hopefully this will help demonstrate a little bit about how it sounds. It'll probably sound even better through an effects loop, honestly, because this is a preamp. But yeah, this amp doesn't have an effects loop. And yeah, I'm just gonna show you guys what it sounds like stock. So volume at 7, tone at 7, and reverb at 4. So this thing has a reverb too. And it's just a 5-watt Class A tube amp here, and I'm using my Duesenberg Joe Walsh Alliance, which has kind of like a mini humbucker, and this is a noise canceling single coil pickup. So in the, yeah, the neck right here is going to be the single coil. Then the bridge is a mini humbucker. You guys can kind of hear what that sounds like. In the middle, both of them on. All right. So yeah, that's a little bit about how it sounds. So I'm gonna turn my volume tone up to full. So you guys can hear what it sounds like with the germanium preamp turned off, and then I'm going to turn it on a bit. Actually, let's just have the treble, the bass, volume, and gain all at 12 o'clock, just in the middle right here. So again, this is my dry tone here. Turn on the germanium preamp here. Oops. Yeah, it's kind of annoying that they don't provide you a 9-volt power supply. You had to provide your own. Hope it's good enough. I'm just using the one I use for my Boss RC5. Let's turn it on here. All right, that's what it sounds like. It's a big difference. So off again. More grittiness to the tone. It isn't necessarily like a huge difference, but there's definitely grittiness to the tone. I'm sure if I turn up the treble, bass, drive, and volume, for sure it sounds louder now. I think it's got more data. I'm going to try the different settings out now. So let's try the overdrive setting here. So, okay, just following the little sheet here. So this is the overdrive setting that's on the manual here. Then I'll turn a little bit down here. So this is the overdrive setting. Okay. That's the overdrive setting, which actually doesn't have too much gain. We can have a clean boost setting, actually. Let's try the clean boost. It's got the treble and the bass reasonably up, and the gain has been dialed down and the volume has been dialed up. Basically everything's turned up except for the gain. So I mean, there's still a little bit of grit on this setting. It's not like it's a totally clean setting. It's a clean boost setting, but there's still a little bit of grit on it. Deeper, then it's going to have more gain. Let's try the T-Rex setting. The T-Rex is the treble turned all the way up, the bass dialed kind of back down, volume dialed kind of back down, and drive up. Okay, interesting. So this is a T-Rex setting. We're going to do biker settings. So treble all the way up, bass is dialed all the way down, volume is same as T-Rex, and then drive is almost the same. Okay, this is biker. It's like a treble booster setting almost, because you're turning the treble all the way up while dialing down the bass. So this is like the biker setting is like a treble boost setting. Setting. This is for my friend Tony here. No, I'm kidding. It actually does say Tony on here. I'm not I'm not making this up. This is not just for my friend, but yeah, let's just say it's for my friend Tony. All right. Yep. So bass is a little bit high here. Treble is also high. Volume is dialed back down, and drive is all the way up. Okay, Tony setting. Let's go. Is almost similar to a fuzz. It's pretty close to fuzz actually. It's like the verge of fuzz. So yeah, Tony setting is pretty close to fuzz, but then we also have a fuzz setting. So fuzz setting is basically taking the Tony setting, just diming up the bass, diming up the treble, diming up everything is dimed up except for the volume. So this is fuzz. Setting, just diming everything up except for the volume. point, let's do the Texas setting. So the last setting on here. So dime up the treble, bass is rolled back a bit, volume is the same, and drive rolled back a bit. So this is Texas, I guess Steve Ray Vaughan setting something. Tube screamer type of setting here. Like that. Fattens up the tone. So overall, I think the Benson Germanium Preamp, yeah, it's a very versatile kind of overdrive type of pedal, but it can do more than just overdrive, right? It can go into the fuzz territory, distortion and fuzz territory as well. So yeah, overall, I haven't tried the original preamp pedals, so I can't compare to the original, but certainly I think this is a pretty nice pedal to fatten up your tone. If you need a versatile type of drive pedal, I think this one would be pretty good. Definitely can fatten up your tone. It can be a kind of a treble booster, it can be a clean boost, it can be overdrive, it can be distortion, it can even go be a fuzz. So it really is pretty versatile. You have a range of different settings on here. Yeah, all of which add some definitely add some grit and gain to your tone. But what I like about this one is that it's not like a super high gain pedal or anything, but it's still pretty versatile. Yeah, it goes anywhere from like treble booster, clean booster, all the way up to fuzz territory if you turn all the knobs up basically. So yeah, definitely it'll have a pretty big effect on your tone if you're looking for more gain. All right, let's do Texas Flood on the Texas setting. Let's do it. The Benson Germanium Preamp. Yeah, it's a pretty nice pedal. Very versatile, overdrive, distortion, fuzz pedal. So yeah, let me know what you guys think of the pedal in the comment section below. I know it's a pretty expensive pedal, but it does do a lot. So it's pretty versatile. And if you were just to have one overdrive or gain pedal, then this one certainly does a lot, right? So yeah. I know there's a lot of preamp pedals these days, so it does have a lot of competition. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Would you get the Benson Germanium Preamp?